Hi, this is the photography department chair from Capitol Hill Arts Workshop, Katherine Akey, and I'm back with another little video for you guys this week. This time we're going to be looking at how to make a camera obscura in your house. Now, a camera obscura is basically just the inside of a camera. The technology for a camera obscura has been around for thousands of years. Basically, all you need to do is make a little hole in a completely darkened room or a completely darkened box, and you've created a camera obscura. If you throw a lens on that hole and then a shutter, and you put some sort of light-sensitive material to capture the light that you let in, all of a sudden you have a camera. Now you can make a camera obscura inside any box or paint can or sort of darkened interior space that you have. I've even seen little camera obscuras made in eggshells. That then becomes a pinhole camera. What I'm going to show you today, I made my bedroom a camera obscura, so a giant pinhole camera inside my bedroom. But you can do this inside of any darkened room or any light tight box or object that you have on hand. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is pick a room that both has pretty good light coming in, but can be darkened entirely. I'm going to use my bedroom. So I've got a bright window across from a big blank wall where I can see the light coming in. I'm going to blacken out my windows with cardboard. I also have a measuring tape, a pen, some tape, just to help me out. You can use black trash bags. You can use anything you've got on hand that you can affix to the windows. You want to block out as much light as possible. I'm going to measure the distance from the far wall to my window. Now, the size of the hole that you want to make for your camera obscura or your pinhole camera. Now, the size of your pinhole is going to be 1/100th of the distance from where the hole is to the opposite side of the room. So if your room is 100 inches from window to wall, you want the diameter of your hole to be 1 inch. As soon as you start going down to pinhole cameras, say you want to use a paint can or a cardboard box, you will want to look up needle sizes to get the appropriate sized needle, because things are going to get really small really fast if you're dealing with a paint can or something small that's only a few inches wide. So the first thing I'm going to do is hold up a piece of cardboard, mark out about eye level where I'm going to make my hole, and then I'm going to sit down, measure out my inch. If you have a compass, you can use that to make your hole. I just marked either side of a 1-inch strip of paper, turned it around a few times, and then cut out my hole. Now, I also made 2 smaller holes than this just to demonstrate to you what happens when you change those sizes, and we'll see that a little later in the video. If you have an X-Acto knife on hand, that's really great for cutting out the hole in your cardboard or in your trash bags, but a pair of scissors will work okay too. Once you have that hole cut, you're just going to go ahead, cover up your window, make sure you've got any other windows or sources of light in the room covered, and then you're going to turn off the light. And it's as simple as that. And when you do that, you should see on the far side of the wall an image. Now you'll notice the image is upside down, and it's not necessarily going to be really, really sharp. This is because we don't have a lens on it. We don't have an aperture. We don't have all of the other mechanics that come in cameras to help really sharply focus the image or to help flip it right side up. Once you have your camera obscura set up, you can set up a camera with a long exposure or with a really high ISO and get a really beautiful picture of this image you've cast within your space. Now, after I did this with one hole, I took the cardboard down and cut 2 smaller holes to demonstrate to you guys what that looks like. I put some paper over the holes to block out most of the light. And here you can see me holding up a piece of white cardboard near that light, first with the most open hole. Of course, it's the brightest because the most light is coming through. Then the middle hole, a little bit dimmer, but also a little bit sharper because we're standing closer to that window now. And then with the bottommost hole, you can see it's very dim and everything's coming through a little bit blurry. You can experiment with different sized holes. You can experiment putting a magnifying glass over the hole or a lens from your eyeglasses, anything like that you happen to have around. Camera lenses work great to see how it affects and changes the light coming into the room.